21-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Daniel Jones.
A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. From the gun, Jones buying time to his left. He's going to let one fly for Tate. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 39 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. The ground, this is Saquon Barkley, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Jones now throwing on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A gain of 6 there on 1st. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And Gibbs got it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this one's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Trubisky will throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
A 43-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this goal?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
3rd down.
Throwing, Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Taken down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down, Giants. Jones to Ingram. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. A run by Barkley, going to go backwards as he's going to lose right around 3 yards here.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Golden Tate. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal. And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Made by Dexter Lawrence. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Flushed out right. It's complete to Robinson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
57, Mike, 57.
Now it's Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
Brought down at the
all runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this 2nd half. On the return, here's a dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Accelerating, and off he goes.
Do what we do.
Touchdown,
do what we do.
Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 78 yards. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
5-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Now Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Barkley. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquhoun now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over.
1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Jabril Peppers.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. His throw incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
The running back, the ball carrier.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears will add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And the Giants 1st down.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
The ball carrier.
Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Kyle Fuller.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Jones on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Elsewhere, they have gone to the 3rd quarter now in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. This is a quick pass from Trubisky. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
For a Chicago Bears. 1st and 10.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Trubisky to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
49-yard line.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing, but in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Flush to his right. And Robinson with a big catch. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7.
He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears will extend their lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
First down, Giants.
A first down carry for Barkley. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
In on the tackle.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 27. 7 yards there and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 5 now. Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
On 4th down, Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Rolling to his right. He'll get that complete to the tight end Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's
Right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
On the RPO, that's complete right side. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
10 at the 25-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as the Bears push further out in front.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon. Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
On the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Chicago, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for